Hello everyone, it's Alexandra. I hope all is well with you. Today I'm going to continue to tell you a little bit about Haiti. I'm going to take a look at how Haiti got to the point where it is today. And for me to do that, I have to give you a little history about Haiti. Don't worry, it's not going to be your typical history lessons. It's just going to be a recount of what has happened to Haiti and how Haiti got to the point where it became so unlivable, to the point where it is ruled by gangs, corruptions of its governments, assassination of president, people being killed and put on trash, where you cannot sleep in your own house at night without gangs coming, shooting down your door, break it, open the door, steal everything you have, kidnapping your children. If you are lucky, you will not be raped or killed. If they don't rape you and kill you, and you survive this ordeal, you got one more thing. You have nowhere to run, no one to help.
The government is basically the one who's supporting the gangs. Well, I should say promoting them, creating them. The government is so corrupted and so crooked that it kills its own to remain in power. Basically, what I'm going to be talking about is how Haiti, the first freed black nation, how it got to the point where it is currently is unlivable, where its people are being pushed to get out of the country so that others can come and claim the land which they did not killed, died, or do anything for, but they see it for what it is, which is a diamond, which is covered by everything you can name, everything you can imagine. Because those who wanted it not to be a shining symbol, not to be a beacon to the world, have been since 1804 doing everything they can to keep it from being what it is. A beacon. That's what Haiti is. It's a beacon to the world. And no matter what anyone does, no matter how many ways they try, it is still a beacon. Because the light of Haiti is so bright that no one can dim it. No, it's not. Oh yeah, they can make it like, they can put it under whatever they want to. But it is such a bright light that no matter what they do, it always comes back to the same thing. Haiti is Haiti. And no one can stop it from being what it is. The first freed black nation. And no matter what anyone's tried to do, they can put Haiti on its knees, but Haiti will never fall. Because Haiti is made out of good stocks. The Creator created Haiti to be a symbol to the world, to be representing democracy, freedom for all types of people, not just black people. Because after Haitians got their liberation, after we fought, my ancestors got their freedom, they helped every other nation to gain theirs. So yes, Haiti is the symbol. So when people are talking about their fake democracy, we Haitians know better. And anyone who knows the true history of Haiti knows better. Because we Haitians were not created to be living in the slum that we are currently living in, where my people have nowhere to run. You can't live in your country because it's overtaken by gangs, because of international as well as domestic corrupted leaders. But at the same time, when you try to get out, they refuse to give you a visa. because they try to corner you no matter which way you go. Because, the propaganda has spread. They try to kill you in your own country when they see that it's not enough because they want your land for its natural resources. Now, what they do, they blockade you so that even when you go to other countries, the other countries are killing you. First of all, you have to get a visa, which most places are now closing their door on Haitians. And when you do get in somewhere, you can be a professional and you cannot even work as one because guess what? There's criteria you have to undergo. And the criteria when it comes to a Haitian going anywhere else, everything you have to start from scratch. So the only job a professional has the tendency to get is to go work as a farm laborer. You go work on their farms of other countries when you refuse to work on your own farm at home and your own land. On your own farms, you would not work, but you go as a professional, you go work for somebody else. And what happened then? You are lucky if they want to pay you because in the Dominican Republic, as well as other places, instead of paying the Haitian migrants for the labors they have done, they decided instead, let's kill them, let's machete them, which to that I say, machete for machete, blood for blood. If they're gonna come after you, it's only self-defense for you to defend yourself and kill those mugs. You don't let people kill you. It is your right, your duty, obligation as a Haitian, as a human being. God did not give you 2 hands and 2 feet for you to just stand there and let somebody kill you. That should not be. So when they come after you, my people, defend yourself. I'm gonna be telling you about the history of Haiti. We're gonna start with the arrival of Columbus on the island in 1492. There were both Tainos as well as Africans living on the island. But Christopher and his Spaniard companions decided to claim the island for Queen Isabella. Well, guess what? The island was such a beautiful place with lots of natural resources. Columbus and his people got greedy to the point where the population of the island was so severely terminated. Yeah, he killed them in every sense of the word. For fun, forced labor, by any means necessary, they took pleasure out of killing those people for no reason. And a genius decided, you know what, Columbus, those people are not gonna give you the amount of labor you need, the production you need. You need to get some slaves to the island. So needless to say, they went to Africa. Some slaves were betrayed by their own blood. Other Africans who fought Africans sold the ones they fought. Some, they were betrayed by their own families. And also, the colonials fought the Africans, kidnapped them, and brought them here as well. Now, Haiti, which is the Dominican and Haiti equal Saint-Domingue, or as the Spaniard call it, La Hispaniola, was such a prosperous place for the colonials that there were competition for Haiti. Britain, French, everybody, Germany, everybody wanted a piece of that female. Eventually, the only 2 who stayed to fight for that woman was Spain and the French. They divided the island into 2 parts. The French called their part Saint-Domingue, while the Spaniards called their part Santo Domingo, which is basically the same name. So La Hispaniola is now 2 islands. But guess what? The life of the slaves were worse than that of the Tainos. The Africans were treated horribly. The Tainos were lucky they died early. But the Africans, because they were made out of a different stock, when the colonials saw they couldn't kill them off the way they wanted to, they tortured the life out of them in every way, shape, or form. For fun, forced labor, set them on fire, put them in barracks and with nails and other sharp items. And basically, while they're in the container, just roll the container down a hill, bred dogs, specialized dogs to hunt them down to eat them because they were the food for the dogs. Whatever they could do, they did. But they didn't know there was a plan for everything. The Creator was not asleep. He's like, you want to mess with mine? You want to do evil? Evil shall return to you. The universe is just. Karma was waiting around the corner for them, but they didn't know it. The Spaniards eventually gave the whole island to the French after they realized that the Africans were not going to be as calm as they thought on this island, that they wanted their freedom and they were going to do anything and everything possible for that freedom. So the Spaniard, they left the island, gave the other part of the island to the French. The French, they thought they had the best deal ever, because why not? They were having a grand life because of the slaves. The slave was producing and giving them everything they wanted in abundance. Natural resources in abundance, crops in abundance. And since Haiti was, well, Saint-Domingue, I should say, was such a prosperous colony for them, equivalent to 13 other colonies. You would think because of that they should have, be a little nicer to the slave on that island. No, they didn't even think about the slave. After all, slaves were properties. They weren't human beings. They kept on pushing them harder, punishing them harder, killing them left and right as they pleased. To the point where on the island, they love the island so much they call it the pearl of the islands. Okay? Because Haiti, Saint-Domingue, was giving them everything they wanted. They were having a grand old time back in France because of Saint-Domingue. They were rich beyond measures to the point where France was competing and was winning against Great Britain because of the prosperity of Saint-Domingue. However, when France was giving some liberties to its people back home and none to the slaves at Saint-Domingue, and those African slaves, our ancestors, realize, you know what? When you want something, you don't wait for anyone to give it to you. You got to go for it and get it yourself. Because if you wait, they will never give it to you. They decided they were going to fight against the oppressors and sacrifice whatever it took and would do whatever it would take. Whether or not they live or died was nothing, because guess what? They were gonna die anyway. So why wait for you to be killed by your master when you can fight for freedom to gain your liberty? But they weren't just thinking about their own liberties. They were looking at the liberties of every single person who were under the same kind of treatment they were. Whether or not it was on the islands or other parts of the world. That's the way they saw it. And it didn't matter if you were black or if you were white. They wanted everyone to be done of being oppressed. They didn't want slavery to exist anywhere. This is what I call true democracy. Think of it. Slaves on an island who were being oppressed by the greatest power that existed at the time were thinking about not just their own freedom, but freedom for everyone. And they didn't care what your color was. While you would have thought being oppressed by the white, they should have cared. After all, who was punishing you? Who was making your own brothers and sisters punishing you? Who were making you watch them rape your wife, your daughters, selling your children, selling your wife, torturing you every single day and night? Whether or not you deserve it, it was inconsequential. Because guess what? You didn't have to do anything to be punished, to be killed, to watch your loved ones being killed or raped. So when I hear history that my ancestors cared enough to not only want to free themselves, but others, and it didn't matter what color they were, it makes me freaking proud to be a Haitian. Because it means that my ancestors were better than those who were torturing them. They had the heart of God in them. So when people say, oh, ceremony Bwakaima was evil, that's a freaking lie. Because think of it, evil does not do good. It only does evil. So if somebody, a group of people, can actually go, get together, put aside the fact that they were from different race, different tribes, okay? Different parts of the island, because Bookman was Jamaican, and all the other tribes of Africa who were our ancestors on that island. Different culture came together with one goal. One goal. It wasn't two, it wasn't three, and they did not care whether or not they lived or died, because they were like, you know what, F this, I'm gonna die anyway. So I might as well make my life count. They did. They sat down, put aside their stupid, whatever, their beliefs, their racist attitude. They put everything aside, worked together for a common goal, and that was freedom. Not just for them, but for every single human being on this planet. That was the goal. They didn't say, oh, I only... No, it wasn't about a me thing. It was a us thing. It was we. We need this. If not for us, but for the next generations to come. If not for us, but for humanity. My ancestors made me so proud. Because guess what? We may have issues as Haitian now today. Yes, we do. And I just wish that the same DNA that's in our ancestors, the same blood that runs through them, I hope it still lives in us. Because with all that I'm saying, we definitely need a wake-up call. We need a jump start to rekindle the flame. so that Haiti can get out of this mess it is in now. Because nobody's going to do it for us. Because think of it. But you know what really pissed me off? It's the fact that they thought and did all that for the world. But what did they get in return? I'll tell you. Let me continue with the history so you can see what I mean. We have a bunch of great men and ladies because the revolution, as much as men would like to take the credit for it, and they often do, a lot of the work were done by females because the men were under scrutiny. They were being watched. They couldn't leave the farm. They couldn't leave where they were working. The females, on the other hand, had more liberties to go places, to pass the word, to let them, you know what, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, we need your, this is what we're planning. It was the ladies who did all that. The ladies went to the other camps, the other farm, to let the other slave know. The ladies were the one in the kitchen preparing poison food to poison the masters and his family. But I have to tell you, if you were being raped day and night without your permission, and that's why they call it rape, not consensual, I would see why you would want your masters dead. Because think of it. You married with your husband, your master in front of your husband come and rape you, and your husband cannot say anything about it. You have your children, and your master sell your children. You and your husband cannot say anything about it. Your master decides to sell you or your husband, and you guys have no say about it. Your masters come and beat your husband to a bloody pulp in front of your eyes, and you cannot say anything about it. Yeah. My master would be dead too. But I have to say, it is the collaboration of both sexes, the men and women, working together in unity for a common cause, a common goal, that made our revolution a victory. There was no one looking down at their noses at the other one. Everybody worked together for one goal, which was freedom, to end slavery. And that's what it was about. Yeah, we have a bunch of great heroes. Toussaint Louverture, Caporal Amour, and my big guy, Dessalines. Oh yeah, there was also the wannabes, which was Petro. I call him a wannabe because guess what? The Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge. The lack of knowledge is a lack of knowledge of self, which Petro did not have because mulattoes have the tendencies, and it's included in my family currently now. Okay? People who are light-skinned, some of them. I cannot say all of them because I know some black people my complexion who are basically bleaching themselves every single day. Because they don't realize it doesn't matter what your color is, it's what's in your heart. It's not how smart you are, it's how good your heart is. It's not how beautiful you look on the outside, it's how beautiful you look on the inside. That's what matters. But a lot of people, it's like, and I have to say, they look beautiful outside, but when you see what they're doing and you spend a little time with them, you're like, ooh, toxic. Don't want to be around you. It's not to say everybody beautiful is like that. No, because there are some ugly people that are ugly outside, ugly out inside too. What I'm trying to say is a person's heart is more important than what the person looks like on the outside. or how much money they have, or are educated. And education, let me tell you right now, people, being smart at school does not make you educated. Because there are some street people that are smarter than a bookworm. There are some street people who have not even finished 8th grade, who are smarter and wiser than some people with a PhD or doctorate, or doctor or lawyer or engineer. Okay? Having a doctorate or MD, PhD, all the D's behind your name. Like the Bible say, it's only vanity. No, everybody should be educated if you can. I'm not promoting illiteracy because I think illiteracy is the worst curse of all. Okay? Everybody should have an education. That's why I believe in free education. Everybody may not be able to go to college, but should have a skill after graduating high school. So please, don't be putting words in my mouth because I know some of you will. Okay? What I'm trying to say is, wisdom and a good heart wins every time. As I was saying, how did Haiti get to this point? Well, after the ceremony at Wakaima, which my people call on the Creator and all of the forces of nature to come to their rescue. When I say forces of nature, I mean exactly that. The Orishas, the Loa, the God, the Guinea, which is what we Haitian believe in. And the Africans also believe in the Orishas. And the Moor, which is our ancestors, they also called all of them. Let's put it this way. They were in need, they called for help. And they were heard because it was about time. Because you know how they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Well, my people was ready. They were ready. And when they called, help came. My people not only won, but the best thing is it's because they fought against the best army of that time, which was the Napoleon French army. And prior to that, they had already beat the Spaniards as well. And they also kicked Britain's butt too. So I didn't have to say much other than that. My people did what most people considered impossible. Even today, they change our history because they do not want to tell the truth about it. Yes, the Africans and the Taínos that were left over from the genocides of all the people in Haiti kicked ass. They destroyed the Napoleon army, won the battle, and started creating a new empire. Upon creating that new empire, I have to tell you, the wannabes who were not comfortable in knowing who they are, but wanted to be something else, because a person can beat you physically. You may have a scar, the scar will heal. However, when they do mental damage to you, that is the one thing that is the hardest to get rid of. I'm not going to say it's impossible to get rid of, but you know what? You need God for you to get rid of it. God has to come. You have to be very spiritual because guess what? The devil will always remind you of it to keep you under. And you got to have enough in you, enough spiritual help in you, for you to say, you know what, that's my past, it's not my present. I am not going to take it. I'm not going to accept it. and you let it go, give it away. Say it's not who you are now. Because if you don't, it's going to be hounding you every single day. It's going to be back. You think you get rid of it, 2 months later it shows up. So needless to say, after Jean-Jacques Dessalines and the rest of the heroes, which included Pétion, Christophe, after they won, it would be sometime, not too long, unfortunately, because January 1st was when of 1804 is when basically the nation was formed. Dessalines became the emperor. That's why Haiti should not have a president, for the fact that our nation was created under an emperor, not presidency. So democracy and all that, it's an empire we have. We do not have a presidential governing body. But America came and changed that. The U.S. changed that. What happened is Dessalines became the emperor. But the mistake Dessalines made when he became the emperor is when the rest of his troops who fought with him in the war, in the revolution, asked him, what about us? Are we going to become, nobles as well? And Dessalines answered, no, he will be the only noble, which was a big mistake. That's probably one of the reasons he got killed, because that, to me, I think it's one of the biggest mistakes he ever made. Because guess what? If we fought in a war, we were all part of the fight. You were the emperor. You should at least have some duke, duchess. He should have had a noble, and if he did, he would probably have lived longer. Okay? That's my opinion. And honestly, I think it's a very... I can see him getting killed for that. Because how come you become an emperor, but you didn't share the royalty with the rest of us who fought for it? Okay? The second reason is, those who were the mixed children, whose parents were, Africans with European, what we call the Mulat and Ayiti, or what you call the mix in America. They wanted basically to keep all of the farmlands, all of the wealth to themselves, and distribute it only among themselves. And Dessalines went, what about the African children? Which is basically, what about Dessalines' group of people, which is because Dessalines was more on the African side than he is on the Mulat side. And the Mulat they did not agree to it, because the way they saw it, since our fathers were the Europeans, they were the land masters, farm masters, and this master, they owned the properties, we should be the one keeping what they had. But how do you have a revolution? And after the revolution, which everybody sweat, tears, and blood and lives went into, and considering that there were more mass people of the masses, which are the Africans, than there were the Mulat, how is it that the Mulat thought they should keep the wealth of the country? Well, guess what? When Dessalines said no, that was the other one, the main factor there that sealed his own fate. Within 2 years of being the emperor, Dessalines was set up, assassinated, cut into pieces, by the mulat. And one of the person being named in it is Pétion. And considering that, Pétion and most of the mulat at that time, they wanted to keep their connections with France. So it's no wonder Dessalines got killed, because Dessalines wanted nothing to do with France. So it was a setup between France, the other colonial countries, and the mulat of Haiti. And that practice has been repeated in Haiti since the death of the emperor. And by the way, you would think formation of a new nation, you got that revolution out of your own sweat, blood, and tears. You wouldn't think, because you did that, and because of the fact that you were helping other countries who were also facing the same situation, and you had fought for them before your own freedom, i.e. the U.S., which slaves from Haiti went to fight with them when they were fighting against Great Britain. You would have thought when you got your freedom, the countries you had helped to get theirs prior to yours should have been happy for you. No, it wasn't the case. If anything, the U.S., Great Britain, along with Germany, Spain, to name a few, did not accept Haiti's independence. France made Haiti paid the reparation tax. Yes, people, you fought, you kicked their asses, and they made you paid for having kicking their asses to gain a freedom, which you earned. A ransom of $150 billion. Well, billion francs, I should say, because it wasn't dollars, it was in francs, that Haiti had to pay. And I think it was reduced to, 120 billion. How is it that a newly formed country won its freedom? You didn't offer it to me. I didn't ask you to buy it. I kicked your butt and got it. Won it myself. But you made me pay to remain free. They're lucky Dessalines was dead when that happened, because guess what? Dessalines would have whipped their asses again. And let's not forget, so many embargoes have been put on Haiti. So many embargoes. U.S., UN, they embargo Haiti left, right, top, bottom, east, west, north, south. And guess what? For one reason only. Because a black nation was formed. A freed black nation created and was helping other nations to become freed. But all the time that Haiti helped the U.S. to gain its independence, prior to becoming free herself, the U.S. had no issues. Haiti helped you with your own freedom. But when it became free, you refused to accept it as a free nation. You put embargoed on it. So many embargoes. So many occupations. And today you stand here asking, why is Haiti the way it is? Really? You know, it is said that the best way to destroy anything is to kill it in its infancy. And this is exactly what they did. They set up Haiti to destroy it because Haiti would be an example to so many other countries. So the best way to make sure that Haiti is never an example is making sure that Haiti is destroyed, so that when people look at Haiti, they get repugnant. They don't want anything to do with Haiti. So that when you look at Haiti, you will not remember the glorious victory that it had against France, but you will remember it as a poor, dirty, impoverished, illiterate country. That's what they want you to think. But because they cannot erase the history. If they could erase the history, they would have. Because to them, that history is an embarrassment. Even the countries Haiti helped out after it became free. Haiti helped so many other countries. They all turned their backs on Haiti. Why? Because they are a bunch of ungrateful SOBs. That's the truth of it. Because how could you turn your back on a country that caused you to be freed? A country when you needed help that did not turn their backs on you, but instead gave you soldiers, gave you money, gave you supplies to sell when they couldn't give you money. And the worst thing that gets me is, even the country that, you know what, this is getting to be long, so I'm not sure if I want to do it for an hour, or if I want to stop it at, you know what, let's continue. Because it's like, when you think about it, America put so many embargoes on Haiti. And when it came to Haiti, it didn't do anything good for Haiti. It did occupation. It came and took the gold we held in our national bank, saying it's going to keep it for us. It brought it to New York City, to one of their banks. That gold still has not been returned to Haiti. It comes, exploit our natural resources, even took one of our own island. A part of our island in Haiti belongs to the U.S. How do you take something that belongs to someone else? Oh yeah, pirates. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. But that time of piracy is over. You need to give us back what belongs to us, including the gold. And you, friends, you need to return that reparation tax money. It doesn't belong to you. If anything, you need to pay us for all those years of slavery that you never gave us anything for. But we made you into fat cats. U.S. occupations has occurred so many, U.S. and UN occupations has occurred so many times in Haiti. All it did was take our natural resources, rape our children, gave us diseases. It's like, and kidnap our kids for organs and other things. When you think of it, you like, and now you're telling us, if you steal all the goods we have in our country, even now, Clinton, Hillary, and Hillary's brother is mining gold in Haiti. And what are they giving to the country? Clinton's foundation stole the earthquake money. And they're saying, oh, Haiti's a poor country. Yes, we are poor because you keep on stealing everything we have. You keep on taking everything that belongs to us. And it's the same thing that happens in the other African countries. You come, you take. The U.S. is supposed to be an eagle, not a vulture. Your symbol is an eagle, not a vulture in an eagle's clothing. So tell me, how do you expect a country to evolve when you kill it in its infancy? It's the same thing for a business or a child that is traumatized as an infant or in its early stages of development. It cannot develop the way it needs to if you basically destroying it in its infancy, raping it in infancy, stealing everything it has that is good out of it. Even now, you're still doing it. You're using us for natural resources, which include gold, oil. That's why all the gangs in Haiti is there. Because guess what? Diaspora like myself cannot go home. Because if we go home, Haiti will change. That's why. So you have to keep the criminal tendencies, the criminal elements, which by combining the US UN, the oligarchs, the corrupt government, which are the ones supplying the gangs, so that people like myself cannot return home, so that those who are in Haiti who have the little capacity to create a business, they cannot stay home, so that all of the ones that are educating themselves to help their own country cannot stay home. I have news for you. Haiti will change regardless of what you want or not. Haiti wasn't created. Do you really think the creator, forces of the universe, the spirits, the loi de Guinée, the more, do you really think they would free a country, made it an example, a symbol, a light for the worst of the world, only to end up the way it is now? That shall never be. Really? You are not the creator. Haiti's not gonna end up the way you think. The Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge. The lack of knowledge is a lack of self-knowledge, which is the problem every single African descendants are having. Because we accept what is given to us without finding who we really are. I'm a hybrid. I am proud to be a hybrid. I'm a combination of my ancestors and the new. I know who I am. And what I am fabulous. I am wonderfully made. I am both Guinea and I am of the Creator. I know myself. I know. You're like, what the heck? But guess what? To thine own self be true. Because guess what? The deterioration of Haiti to the point where it is now is unacceptable. You people got it where it is. Along with, I have to say, we have a proverb that says, si kay pavan, si an dan kay lan pavan ou de yo pa ka achete yo. Which means, if those in the midst of you do not betray you, do not sell you out, the strangers that are out there can never touch you. They can never know your weakness. Which is the problem Haitians and Africans have. The colons, the colonials, those who are the... And when I say colons, I mean those with the mentality. I'm not talking about just your color. Because I know a lot of white people that are good. Just as I know a lot of black people that are more... In their heart, they are more evil against their own than they are against strangers. But the truth of the matter is, it is we, the Africans, that are being suffered more than anyone. And it is we, the Africans, who must stand up and fight for what we need. Nobody's going to give it to you. They're not going to hand it to you on a platter, no matter how nice you are. Take my word for it. I've been there, done that. Where I worked for people who I thought actually gave a damn. Because after all, I did an excellent job. Oh yeah. I was practically a rug. they thought they could step on whenever they feel like. And the moment you said no, no matter if you did something 1,000 times, that one no, they put you in the doghouse. Because to them, how dare you say no to me? But guess what? Once I realized that, I'm like, oh, if that's the case, if I'm going to be in the doghouse, then I might as well earn the stripe for it. Well, back to this now. Multiple embargoes. Those multiple embargoes led to them stealing our natural resources. Destruction of our crops, our land, spreading diseases, as well as raping the population. And unfortunately, all these things are still currently happening in Haiti and in other parts of African countries. And you wonder, how did all this happen? How did a country with so much potential like Haiti ended here in this catastrophe? Some say, oh, it's because the leaders of the new nation, because, they were inexperienced. But I have to tell you, the leaders of the other nations were also inexperienced. But they did not get embargoed and occupation happened to them. So, of course, they prosper. And they prosper by stealing from other countries. I believe you guys call that global economy, the sum of the global economy, where for the global economy to be balanced, so that the rich stay rich, the poor stay poor. But that needs to change. Because guess what? The resource of a country is for that country. It's not for another country. You have yours, I got mine. So you should not be coming to my country, exploiting my people, stealing my resources to take back to your country, and my country doesn't get anything out of it. That's unacceptable. That is cruel. That's inhumane. And then you have the nerve to come and call me a you-know-what hole. And blame me for what you did to me. Saying, oh, Haiti's so poor, Haiti's so illiterate, Haiti's so... Of course we're going to be poor and illiterate. Because guess what? You set your system in our country to keep us that way. Along with the help of our puppeteer governments. We do not have the liberties of running our own country. You want to know? No, it wasn't because of leaders, the newly found nation leaders. It was because of the international community's embargo. International communities punishing Haiti for having the guts, the audacity to free itself and free other nations. This is why, after all, a newly formed nation that they take, you don't have any trade you could do with any other nation. You are basically on the island by yourself, for yourself. And after all, if you needed help, no one was there to help you. All the people that you gave your life to and your blood to, who you helped rebuild, were as slaves. And even as free nation afterwards, you helped them, but they were not around to help you. Everybody turned their back on you. Haiti was not given a fair chance to survive, to develop, to grow. Haiti was being punished and is still continuing being punished. Because even when Haiti receives aids now from the international community, it is giving to the international community to go into Haiti to do what they want, and what they do with it, they keep the money. They pay themselves big salaries. The money doesn't go into Haiti. When you keep on buying things like, oh, you pass them condoms. Really? Do you really think that's what Haiti needed? family? Did you build any schools? Any universities? The only gift I think we got was the hospital of Milbale, which I have to commend. That was a good thing. But you should have done that in every department. You should have done school, universities. And after the earthquake, all those organizations that went to Haiti to build houses, the little tent houses that you built, and the international communities have never said, hey, wait a minute. You had X contract to build X in Haiti with money we gave. How come this wasn't done? You still have not called those group of corporations into order. That should be done. Because guess what? They took contract. They took money. That's fraud. Because if I come and do that in your country, I would be in jail. I would be accountable. So how come you're not holding them accountable? And please don't tell me you're going to wait for the Haitian government to hold anyone accountable. Because you know that'll never happen because they're in your pocket. Because they're afraid of you. You control them. When I said you, I mean U.S. and UN. U.S. is the one controlling the UN. So, and by the way, wasn't the UN created to give an equal share of justice to every country? How is it that only one... Oh, yeah, I know. Because one country is the one who pays the bill for the UN. I answered my own question. Never mind. I don't know why the UN even exists. Because the only reason it exists is to do the job America wants it to do. The US wants it to do. No other reason. Well, since I'm almost at my 1 hour, which I am flabbergasted because I didn't expect to be doing it for an hour. As I said, for the conclusion, all I have to say is, we Haitian need to ask ourselves one question. What do we want to create for the next generation, for the generations to come? And what part do we want to play in it? Because guess what? No one's going to come and save us. We got to do it just like the ancestors did. We got to do it ourselves. But I do know one thing. Once we do our part, the Creator will do His. That I know. Because if there's a Creator who is just, and He is, I know He is. If the universe is just, and I know it is, if voodoo exists, I know it does, then there will be justice for Haiti. And for all of the other countries who have been suppressed, oppressed through diplomatic chains, because that's how they keep you in bondage, so they can exploit you and purposely use you by using diplomatic methods. Those diplomatic chains will break, because guess what? Time is coming. Because this is injustice. When you use other people's resources and you create gangs. And Haitians have been dying for the last 2-3 years from those gangs, because I've been listening daily to Haitian news where people are being killed. Young girls, teenagers, young adults, older people, the bâtonnier, a bunch of news reporters, journalists. It's like everybody's getting killed in Haiti, kidnapped. And when I thought America was going to do something when they had that quote-unquote kidnapping by the Katsamawozo of 17 international U.S. and Canadian citizens, I thought at least that means Haiti was going to be getting some help from you people. But instead, that BS of I do not negotiate with terrorists is exactly what it is, BS, because you negotiated with Katsamawozo. tell me that. Is Haiti a special case that you do not negotiate anywhere else except in Haiti? Is it? Because I really find it really, it's like, you know what? All I know is justice is going to be served one way or another. It's coming. You people can get together and help Haiti, or you can step aside and stay out of our business. Because guess what? You either for us or you against us. And if you're against us, stay the hell out of our country. And Bill Clinton, Hillary, and your brother, everything you guys took from Haiti, you better be ready to repay it when there's a true government. Because guess what? You will not get away with it neither. And that goes for anyone who took money to build houses in Haiti. Anyone who has a contract with Haiti. Who has default on the contract. Get ready to face the piper. Because a new government is coming. And you guess what? You guys were afraid that, let's just say, as far as I'm concerned, we do not have to have a democratic government in Haiti. Because democracy has not worked in Haiti. Maybe it's time for a new type of government. Peace. With that, I have to say, everyone, have a blessed week. This is Alexandra's from Alexandra YouTube channel. If you like, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Bye-bye.